Good day. Welcome back to another video tutorial or video lesson for the subject ECC 9, which has a course description of program and policies with enterprise development. I am Virgilio Barcena. So today's lesson, this is lesson number 2. We will be discussing about the MSMEs or the micro, small, and medium enterprises in the Philippines. We will discuss its definition, characteristics, issues, and challenges. So I hope you're ready. So let me introduce to you the MSMEs, the micro, small, and medium enterprise. So this is a vital part of any economy, playing a crucial role in job creation, economic growth, and innovation. They are generally defined by the number of employees and or the level of assets or turnover. But these definitions can vary by country. MSMEs are not just important for their economic contribution, but also for their roles in social development, particularly in rural areas. So what is the importance of MSMEs to the Philippine economy? Well, it contributes to job creation. So the MSMEs are a major source of employment, particularly in developing countries, contributing significantly to reducing unemployment rates. It also helps in economic growth. They drive economic growth by fostering entrepreneurship, innovation, and competition. It also helps with social impact. The MSMEs plays a role in reducing poverty through job creation and by promoting more equitable distribution of wealth. It is also important for regional development. They contribute to the development of both urban and rural areas by stimulating economic activity and addressing local needs. It is also important for innovation and competition. They help in the startups of young firms, which are often the MSMEs. They are the key drivers of innovation and competition in the private sector. So let's define MSMEs. So this is defined under the Republic Act 9501, also known as the Magna Carta for MSMEs. So RA 9501 is an act to promote entrepreneurship by strengthening development and assistance programs to micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises, amending for the purpose Republic Act 1969-77 as amended, otherwise known as the Magna Carta for small enterprises and for other purpose. So how do we know, what level are you? Are you a micro, small, or medium enterprise? This will be based on the asset size and the number of employees. Your business is considered a micro enterprise if your assets is less than or equal to 3 million pesos. And the total employees, it would be 1 to 9 people. You're categorized as a small enterprise if your asset size is 3 million to 15 million and have an employee number of 10 to 99 people. You are then a medium-sized enterprise if your assets falls between 15 million to 100 million and you have a total of 100 to 109 employees. Now, let's talk about the development of the MSMEs. This is supported by the DTI or the Department of Trade and Industry and the MSME Council. It is also helped by government programs such as the SSF or the Shared Service Facilities, Pondo sa Pagbabago at Pag-asenso, and the Go Negosyo Act. It also helps with the growth in number of registered MSMEs all over the years. So what are the characteristics of an MSMEs, okay, compared to uh, big corporation? First, it is mostly family owned and operated. It is concentrated in wholesale, retail trade, and manufacturing. It is globally or geographically widespread to urban and rural presence. It has a strong potential for innovation and employment generation. And it comprises of 99% of all registered businesses in the country. Now, being an MSMEs, it has several key issues. First, it has a challenge in access to finance. There is difficulty in securing loans and credit, and it has a limited collateral and credit history. Another challenge would be technology and innovation. Okay, they may be using outdated equipment, or they have a low R&D or research and development investment. Another challenge is their market access. It is limited global competitiveness and challenges in the digital adoption. Another key issue would be the regulatory barriers. This pertains to complex business registration and tax compliance, and of course, the bureaucratic red tape. Another problem would be capacity building. This is need this they will need for training in entrepreneurship and digital skills. Now, what is the government, okay, doing to support these MSMEs? So we'll talk about the government initiatives and support. Okay, the initiatives is the establishment of the DTI's Negosyo Center nationwide. The DTI's Negosyo Center nationwide aims to support MSMEs by providing business registration assistance, business advisory, and business information and advocacy. These centers are strategically located in various areas like the DTI office, local government units, state universities and college, and of course some may be found in malls. The program is mandated by Republic Act 10644, also known as the Go Negosyo Act. The government support also pertains to the MSMEs, okay, development plan as stated in the 2023 to 2028. Here, the MSMEs Development Council developed the MSME Development Plan to address the present challenges of the MSME sector, to foster their growth and advancement. The 6-year plan enjoys the entire ecosystem of entrepreneurship. It enables such as government, private sector, the academe, and more. The government also support in digital transformation, like applying the e-commerce or the digital payments. Digital transformation support encompasses a range of services designed to help businesses integrate digital technologies into their operations and culture, ultimately improving efficiency, customer experience, and overall business outcomes. This support can involve strategic planning, technology implementation, change management, and workforce training. They also support, okay, by training and mentoring by the Kapatid Mentor Me program. The Project Kapatid is an initiative of the DTI and the Philippine Center for Entrepreneurship to help the country's MSMEs through key components. The Mentor, okay, ME or Micro Entrepreneurship Program is a coaching and mentoring approach where the large corporation teaches MSMEs or micro and small enterprises on different aspects of business operation. The Adopt an SSF, okay, program aims to help micro entrepreneurship by providing them access to the SSFs in their community. The IB, or the inclusive business model, where micro small enterprises are linked into large company values. So with all of that, okay, understanding the relationship between MSMEs and the government, okay, would be beneficial in any country's development or improvement of its economy. So in conclusion, the MSMEs are the backbone of the Philippine economy. Despite challenges, they have high potential for growth. Stronger support and reforms can enhance their competitiveness. So that is the end for lesson 2 for ECC 9 program policies with enterprise development. I am Virgilio Barcena, your narrator. Thank you very much.